Hey Paul, so I wanted to make you this video to go over a little bit more about your rankings. I know you were asking about how to get them improved, so I'd love to do a little bit of a deep dive for you here, because obviously with where we're at in Maryland, we're doing really well right near Bel Air South, but there's a lot of really obtainable, what I would consider a low-hanging fruit right nearby. I was doing some research in the area for the county, and really when we look over where you're at, again, Bel Air South population, 48,000, you're ranked number 1 there. For Aberdeen, it's a lot less, and we're ranked lower, but it'd be easy enough to move there. The two places that I actually want to focus on just because of how close they are to you is Bel Air North and Edgewood. Just between those two places, we're talking about 56,000 people, and you're just outside of being ranked in the map pack at 5th and 4th. So what I'm going to do here real quick is just switch over to my incognito tab. There we go. So what we've got here is Bel Air North junk removal, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th right there for you. So you're really close to getting into the map pack. And one of the things I really want to point you into the direction of that's going to help is I did a video on it in the group yesterday. The most important thing to improving where you're listed in the map pack here in this group of 3 is actually where you're listed at organically in this group here. And what I want to do then is just compare some of these other people's sites to yours. The number 1 regular service site here is Dan's Hauling. This is just Yelp and Hometown Dumpster Rental. They're just directories. So taking a look at Dan's Hauling compared to your site, there's honestly nothing special here. The biggest difference between his site and your site is that we've just got a lot more content. I ran this through a search. He's got around 400 or so words of content, where your site, while, don't get me wrong, I love how clean, how sleek it looks, very simple interface. It's only got 100 words. And the problem with that is that when Google comes to read all of this, they don't know what you're about. They don't know where you're servicing, what you're doing. So you're definitely going to have to beef this up and your service pages, get me out of the way, your service pages up a bit. So, moving over to Edgewood, doing a bit of the same thing here. Again, we're talking about a population of around 25,000 people. We're right there. We're right outside of being in the map already. And then if we're looking at who's ranking organically, it's a really big indicator. We've got 1-800-GOT-JUNK right there, number 2 in the map. They're number 1 overall. And just circling back to talking about content here, is that as we scroll down on their site, clean, simple interface, just like how your site is. But after that, we talk about it being the best choice in Edgewood and letting people know a little bit more about what we do in our residential services. So it is something that can be replicated pretty easy. And just to give you an idea too, if you're looking for help with any of this with writing content, this is an example of, this is a newer site that I did down in North Richland Hills, which is in Fort Worth. So, and just talking a lot about the content writing, getting things set up, establishing something else, which are called backlinks, which are almost like votes that are pointed to your site. So just really being able to just have some of these things on there is what's really going to help with improving yourself on the map. Because when we take a look at what's going on for the entire county, man, your site right now doesn't have those things. And if we scroll down here, it's actually ranked 15th. So I'm really confident that with a little bit of TLC, your site can be ranking very high, and you can certainly increase your customer base here. So hope this helps you. If you want any help with any of that stuff, feel free to shoot me a message and we can talk.